26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Good Morning Grenada for today. It is a rainy Thursday. Yes, it is. It's rainy on the outside, but guess what? We're alive and we're here and we're thankful for life as always. Good morning. We're alive and we know it's only because of His grace that is sufficient that has carried us through the night into this brand new morning. We're on the wake up list this morning and we ought to be thankful. I am so thankful for life, so thankful, despite what the odds are. I am thankful for life. It's Thursday, so Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for blessing us with another beautiful morning and waking us up to embrace the gift of your amazing grace. We put everything in your hands today, our families, our health, our homes, our jobs, and our prayers. May you continue to shower us with your many blessings and keep us protected under the shadow of your wings. In Jesus' name, amen. Tone, good morning. Andre Jerome and family, good morning to you, the entire household. Mom, hope you're doing fine. All right. Thursday blessings. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you His favor and give you His peace. And that's from Numbers 6:24 to 26. Yep. So good morning, Yulin Alexander, Mary E. Banks, Michelle Daniel, Mildred Smith, Sylvina Charles, good morning. Where's Yolan? Yolan is missing. Petlin, good morning. Good morning, Romaine, all the way in England, London to be precise. Good morning. Petlin, good morning. Jennifer Colimo, good morning. Lovey, good morning to you earlier as usual. I hope you're doing fine and that you're having a great day. Happy birthday to you, Sylvina Charles. How you doing? Where's the party at, man? I love fruitcake with a strong wine. You know what I'm saying? Jennifer Lawrence, good morning to you. Yolan Swan, you're here. All right, thank God for that. Happy birthday, Sylvina. I hope you enjoy it. I know you will enjoy it to the fullest. Yeah, His grace is sufficient to carry us through. The word of the day today, that word is clandestine. Clandestine, C-L-A-N-D-E-S-T-I-N-E, clandestine. And it means kept secret or done secretly. Clandestine. Okay. Clandestine, kept secret or done secretly. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. They held clandestine meetings to plan the surprise. Yep, clandestine, the word of the day today. 22 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The distinguished, the gentleman, Doobie said, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing great, my bro. Lauren Salem, good morning, my dear friend. Mary E. Banks, hope you're doing good. She says, good morning, Mr. Innocent Gordon Joseph. Top of the morning to you and all. Joanne Brathwaite Batson says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Listeners and viewers, happy and blessed Thursday to everyone. Yeah, hope you're doing fine. I hope you can. Let's dance. Let's take a dance this morning, man. Yeah, let's put some heat in the place. It's cold on the outside and it's colder inside here. 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock. How we doing? So we had the word of the day. The motivational tip of the day is up next. And yep. Birthday greetings to my daughter Bevelyn Noel. Happy birthday, Bevelyn. You got birthday greetings coming from your mom, Yolan Swan, and the entire home circle. Hope you enjoyed. Well, not hope you enjoyed. I know you are going to enjoy it. Romain, how you doing? What's London like this morning? Reverend Samuel Caesar and the folks from Crossroads Radio, East Flatbush, New York. The New Yorkers, good morning. Good morning to Doc and Candy and Josiah and the baby, the family, all the way in Winnipeg. Well, it's the Winterpeg now. Auntie Annes and Daniel. Good morning, good morning. It's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Focus on your effort, not just the outcome. That's the motivational tip of the day. Focus on your effort, not just the outcome. Now commit to doing your best, regardless of the immediate result. The effort you put in today will shape tomorrow. Yeah, commit to doing your best. Give it your best shot, and it doesn't matter what the immediate results are. The effort you put in today, it will shape tomorrow. And it is often said, later will be greater. Yeah, well, Donlet, good morning to you and the family. What's buzzing this morning? All right. The Prime Minister warns social media poses a threat to the society. Sir Archibald Ned Memorial Lecture set for next Tuesday. Mr. Francis K. Paul, you're not coming and talk with me this year? What happened to you? Come and sit down and chat with me on this thing, man. In the region, Jamaica Hurricane Recovery Coalition launches. Internationally, U.S. pauses green card applications for 19 countries. And in sports, questions over Dr. Shallow's future as Cricket West Indies president, having won his seat in the St. Vincent's election that just concluded. Those are the buzzing stories. Hilarion Doodoo Gunpot, good morning to you, bro. How are you doing all the way in New York? I know it's cold, eh? Joe Bailey and Joseph, good morning. Yeah. Mr. Legs and the family, the brother, what's his brother's name again? I was staying there when I was in New York. I can't remember his name now. Is it Randall? Randall, I think, yeah. How are you doing, bro? All those of you out there, Grenadians in New York and in the U.S. as a whole, good morning, Erlin. How are you doing this morning? Hope you're doing fine, yeah? Petlin, I hope you're doing fine. Petlin, where's my firing? Good morning, good morning. Jelly and McIntyre, good morning. Michelle Collier, I hope you had a great birthday yesterday. Well, I know you did. Daddy Godwin and everybody, I know they would have called and they called and made sure that you celebrated in fine style. Your children, I know that they, yeah. Uncle Glyden, good morning. Nyan, good morning to you. Nigel and the family. The Thornhill family from Gulf Coast, good morning. Folks, stay with us. The AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. It's right up after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Grenada, get ready to celebrate culture, creativity, and community. It's the Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival happening on Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th at the Sates Bus Terminal in St. Patrick. Friday, December 5th will be the opening night with prayers and worship. Then feel the rhythm ride with theater performances. On Saturday, December 6th, it's Market Day and cultural celebration in Sates. Come celebrate our roots with Asaraka. Sunday, December 7th, it's the grand finale. Folk celebration. We close the festival with pure culture, the rich traditions that makes us who we are. So mark your calendars. Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th. Sates Bus Terminal. Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival. This event is brought to you by Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture
in partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development.
Hey there, did you know The GPPA now offers more ways to take control of your health. That's right, copper and hormonal IUDs plus hormonal implants, all available to you. Safe, effective, and empowering options, because your body, your choice. This message is brought to you by the Grenada Planned Parenthood Association through the Build Back Equal project, funded by Global Affairs Canada.
Grenada Get Ready, GBN, the Ministry of Education, and the Division of Culture proudly presents Christmas Harmony 1.0, the inaugural primary school carol singing competition. Join us on Friday, December the 5th at 1 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Magical voices, festive spirit, and exciting competition await. Tickets, adults $10.
Megaforce Promotions, in proud collaboration with Ariza Credit Union and GBN, presents Grenada's biggest flea market at Monroe's Plainfield, Saturday 21st and Sunday 22nd December, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Shop unbeatable deals on bed and curtain sets, appliances, household items, electrical and plumbing supplies, toys, Christmas decorations, clothing and shoes, perfumes and colognes, wines and drinks, and just about everything else. Plus a kids area, live entertainment, food and drink stalls. Want to be a vendor? Call 440-4646 to book your spot before they're all gone. Admission $5. 2 full days of deals and more deals. Shopping, fun and savings. Monroe's Plainfield Flea Market. Don't miss it.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, December 4th, 2025. Coming up in the news, PM warns social media poses threat to society. Sir Archibald Ned Memorial Lecture set for next Tuesday. In the region, Jamaica Hurricane Recovery Coalition launches. Internationally, U.S. pauses green card applications for 19 countries. And in sports, questions over Dr. Shalow's future as a CWI president. We've got the details to these and more right after these messages.
Soraya, you had a big news?
What news?
Girl, the news!
No, I don't hear no news.
Girl, our school participating in the GBN carol singing competition.
For real?
For real, for real.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Me too!
He gave me beauty for ashes, turned my life around. He broke my chains and now I dance on solid ground. For all he's done to save me, I will raise my voice. I've got Jesus, so I've got joy.
St. George's Seventh-day Adventist Primary School will be participating in the GBN Carol Singing Competition. Come on out and be a part as we support our boys and girls.
Grenada, get ready! GBN and the Ministry of Education presents Christmas Harmony 1.0. The inaugural primary school choir singing competition, December 5th, 1 p.m. The Grenada Trade Center. 15 schools, magical voices, and fierce competition. Cheer for your favorites in categories like Overall Champion, Most Creative, Best Solo, and Best Group. Entrance adults $10, children $5. Don't miss the holiday magic. Christmas Harmonies 1.0, where Grenada's brightest and youngest voices shine. Be there.
This Christmas, GBN is lighting up Grenada. From November the 10th to December the 24th, your festive season starts right here with GBN's Christmas Catalog 2025. Start your mornings with Mid-Morning Magic. Weekdays 10 to 12, live fun, giveaways, and Christmas cheer every day. On Friday, December the 5th, the school's Christmas Challenge lights up the Trade Center. 15 schools, 1 trophy, and the voices filled with holiday joy. Then on Saturday, December the 20th, it's Christmas in Camahan. Live music, food, shopping, toy giveaway, and the grand tree lighting ceremony. And on Monday, December the 22nd, join GBN's Caroling in the City, spreading Christmas cheer all through St. George's. Every Sunday from 5 to 7, enjoy Yuletide Sundays with classic Christmas tunes and prices galore. And from December the 1st, K105's Lights of Christmas. Guess that hidden cash and win. So whether you're singing, shopping, or celebrating, do it with GBN. Connecting with you this Christmas. Our partners making it possible: Flow, Ace Hardware, Foodland Supermarket, Grenada Duty Free, Answer Coating, Banfields, and Koyaba Beach Resort. GBN's Christmas Catalog, connecting you this season.
A good Thursday morning, everyone. To our friends from Hot 98 FM Graphics and his team, welcome to this morning's edition of news. And the locals in, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is warning that social media is becoming one of the biggest threats to the region's social stability, calling it a space filled with bullying, abuse, and what he describes as rampant, repeated defamation. Speaking on GIS Spice Morning on Wednesday, the Prime Minister said Grenada and other Caribbean countries must begin looking at laws and regulations to deal with the darker side of the online world. We have more on this.
We too in the Caribbean have to be concerned about just having unfiltered access to all kinds of negativity that floats around in social media and what it does to our mental health and mental wellness. So it is something we have to be mindful of. We don't have any policies in the Caribbean yet about addressing those things, but to my mind, from an information point of view, because you have disinformation, you have misinformation, you have false information, you have open, rampant, repeated defamation of people's characters. Now, I don't take on those things because I know who I am. I think my family knows who I am, and I believe the Grenadian public knows who I am. But I see stuff on social media where people say stuff about ministers or about me that, I mean, not in a million years could it even possibly be true, by any stretch of the imagination. Highly defamatory, highly negative, and they just perpetuate it and they perpetuate it and they perpetuate it. It doesn't bother me, but most people probably are not built like me, right? And it could have significant reputational damage to them, significant emotional and mental distress to them. And people need to understand that that sort of behavior is not acceptable. Right? I may not take action against it. It doesn't mean that the society should not have laws and regulations in place to protect people who perhaps don't have the strength or the emotional fortitude to be able to live through those things and whose families can't contend with it. So those are things we need to push back on.
The Prime Minister added that the constant trolling, name-calling, and negativity online does not only target politicians, but can easily spread to church leaders, civil society, and anyone in public life.
But I'm saying the public needs to speak about those things. The churches need to speak about it. Civil society needs to speak about it, because it might be the politicians today, but then it could be the church leaders tomorrow. It could be the civil society leaders. It could be the trade unions leadership tomorrow. So if they're doing it to me and the politicians, if they're doing it to the Prime Minister, then who's you for them to do it to? And those are the things that people need to understand, right? The negativity doesn't bother me. Right, I didn't come into this because I was afraid of people making stuff up. But the average person isn't built like me. And oftentimes, these things do significant damage to them and their families. And we need to recognize as a society that we can't continue just simply spreading completely baseless stuff that is negative about people when there's so much positive things happening in the country, when so many people get up every day, not just politicians, regular people, to help their neighbors, to help somebody's child, to look after somebody in the community, to try and help young men learn to play cricket or football or sports and those kinds of things. We need to highlight a lot more of that.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell there. A major national conversation is set for next Tuesday as the Grenada Bar Association hosts its 21st Sir Archibald Ned Memorial Lecture at the Radisson Convention Center from 6 p.m. This year's explosive topic, the Radar Request, Sovereignty and Vulnerability in the Caribbean, dives straight into the hot debate over the U.S. request to install radar at the Maurice Bishop International Airport and the growing regional concerns about military presence in the Caribbean. Delivering the lecture is world-respected security scholar Professor Evelyn Griffith, former CSIS Senior Associate, author of 11 books, and the first Caribbean recipient of the prestigious Perry Award for Excellence in Security and Defense Education. The Bar Association says the lecture comes at a critical moment as talk of sovereignty, regional security, and the Caribbean status as a zone of peace hits up across the region. The public is invited to attend next Tuesday. And finally, on the local scene, Rubis is giving a boost to the New Life organization, NULO, as it continues to train and develop young people through its TVET programs. The company donated a $3,000 grocery voucher and 2 100-pound cylinders supplied by Huggins Petroleum to support NULO's residential facility. Marketing and Job Placement Manager Dale Neptune says the support helps NULO continue providing practical, life-changing training for students. Trainees from the culinary and fashion departments shared that the program has had a strong positive impact on their personal and professional growth. Rubis representatives Irene Lewis and Katura Jeremiah reaffirmed the company's commitment to youth development, while Huggins Petroleum's KZ Bartholomew highlighted their pride in supporting programs that help shape capable young Grenadians. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional and international developments. They were straight ahead. To the region, a major coalition of international and local partners has been launched to speed up Jamaica's recovery from Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. The Bridgepoint Foundation, the Jamaica Defense Force, Operation Blessing, Ruka Storm Foundation, World Vision USA, and Why Not International are working together to restore hard-hit communities. The group says it is building back hope and one home, one family, one community at a time. Bridgepoint Foundation is coordinating the national effort and has already delivered food, water, and supplies to more than 300 families in Black River, with relief expanding to Acapong, Belmont, Montego Bay, and nearby areas. Operation Blessing has provided major early support, including 90,000 hot meals, clean water, solar lamps, care packages, and water purification systems. The coalition says rebuilding homes, shelters, and small businesses is now underway. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles is demanding answers from Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar about the installation of a radar system in Tobago. Speaking at a press conference, Beckles said the public deserves to know the cost of the radar, who installed it, whether local personnel were trained to operate it, and where the data is being stored and processed. She also questioned whether Trinidad and Tobago has access to the information collected. Beckles called on Prime Minister to disclose details of recent talks with U.S. Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane, noting that his visit was followed by the arrival of a U.S. military aircraft in Tobago and the radar's installation. She said the opposition will continue raising the matter publicly if the Prime Minister refuses to answer. Beckles also rejected claims by the Prime Minister linking the PNM to drug trafficking, urging her to take any evidence to the police. Looking further afield, the Trump administration is pausing all immigration applications such as requests for green cards for people from 19 countries banned from travel earlier this year as part of sweeping immigration changes in the wake of the shooting of 2 National Guard troops. The changes were outlined in a policy memo posted on the website of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, the agency tasked with processing and approving all requests for immigration benefits. We have more in this report.
Today, the city with the nation's largest Somali population is on edge as the Trump administration vows to expand its immigration enforcement. The president yesterday broadly criticized Somali immigrants.
These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country.
Minneapolis is home to more than 80,000 people of Somali descent, according to the U.S. Census, which shows some 260,000 people of Somali descent living nationwide. Multiple law enforcement officials tell ABC News the surge in ICE operations in Minneapolis is expected to begin as early as this week.
That report there from ABC News. And finally, Thailand has temporarily lifted a decades-old ban on the sale of alcoholic drinks in the afternoons as it seeks to boost tourism. We have more in this report.
Registered outlets can now sell alcoholic beverages during the previously banned period of 2 to 5 p.m. with a 1-hour extension of time for customers in licensed premises at night to finish their drinks. And the new regulation took effect today after it was published in the Royal Gazette yesterday, signed off by the Public Health Minister. He said the recent changes are appropriate for this situation. And the regulation extends the previously permitted hours, 11 till 2 and then 5 till midnight, removing the 3-hour afternoon ban. But customers on licensed premises are now allowed until 1 a.m. to finish their drinks. And the announcement allows a trial period of 180 days. Alcohol control committees in Bangkok and other provinces are required to assess the impact of the change for further consideration. And as a bit of background, Thailand's banned most retail outlets and supermarkets from selling alcohol between 2 and 5 since 1972. That rule originated as a decree by a coup regime. And then it adds this perspective. One reason given over the years was to prevent students buying alcohol after they finish school classes for the day.
And that brings us to the end of the regional and international segment of news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Well, questions are being raised about whether Dr. Kishore Shallow should remain president of Cricket West Indies following his election victory in St. Vincent and the Grenadines last week. Shallow, who won the North Leeward seat on an NDP ticket, is now set to serve in the new administration under Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday. But Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board General Secretary Henry Chase says Shallow's move into politics does not automatically disqualify him from continuing as CWI president. Chase, who is an attorney, believes the rules do not prevent him from holding both roles. The discussion is expected to intensify as the new government settles in and Cricket West Indies prepares for its upcoming calendar. Still with cricket, South Africa pulled off a stunning victory at Naya Raipur, chasing down India's 359 to win, and they won by 4 wickets to level the 3-match series 1 apiece. Aiden Makram starred with 110 at the top of the order, while Matthew Bretsky and Dewald Brevis also hit half centuries. The tourists reached 362 for 6 with just 4 balls to spare, completing the joint 6th highest chase in ODI history. India's inning featured centuries from Virat Kohli, his 53rd in ODIs, and Raturaj Gaikwad, who made his first 50 over 100. Despite their 358 for 6 total, the home side could not defend the target. South Africa lost early wickets, but key partnerships including 101 between Makram and Temba Bavuma and 70 with Bretsky kept the chase on track. Corbin Bosch finished unbeaten on 29 from 15 balls to seal the remarkable win. The series concludes in Vishakhapatnam on Saturday, followed by a 5-match T-series. It also must be noted that the first one-day international was lost, and speculations is rife that it's because the captain Temba Bavuma was absent for that match. Nonetheless, let's see what happens with West Indies now. Well, centuries from Tom Latham and Rashin Ravindra underpinned New Zealand's domination on day 3 in Christchurch as the host transformed a modest 64-run advantage into a towering lead that now feels insurmountable. The pair's third wicket stand of 279 ensured a potentially gripping third day went flat halfway through. West Indies merely went through the motions, sitting back and hoping for a declaration to bring them some relief from being run raj. This was New Zealand's highest partnership against West Indies since 1987, surpassing Martin Crowe and John Wright's 241 run stand. Things could have been a lot different had they caught better. They kept dropping the catches. Ravindra's inning began under a cloud of uncertainty. On 8, Kemar Roach grasped a sumptuous flick at a mid-wicket as he threw himself at the ball one-handed. On 14, Kavem Hodge put down on a regulation catch at slip, leaving Justin Graves to wear the frustration of being the unlucky bowler twice in 2 overs. The charmed streak continued when another thick outside edge flew over the slips on 17. For the first half of after lunch, Ravindra seemed to live on borrowed time. But once he survived that turbulent spell, the tentativeness gave way to assurance, and the elegance that has come to define his best batting was out in full glory. He raced to 176 before being knocked over late in the day by an O.J. Shields Yorker. So the scores in the match: in the first inning, New Zealand 231 all out, and they at the end of day 3 they were 417 for 4, with Ravindra and scoring 176 and Latham scoring 145. Roach was the pick of the bowlers, getting 2 for 61, and West Indies in the first inning they scored 167 and they're yet to bat. So New Zealand has a lead of 481 runs. That's the sports. We'll have more sports during a luncheon newscast and in our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Sisson's got you covered this Christmas. From ceiling to floor, from outside to inside, Sisson's is formulated to bring out our true Caribbean flair. Get 20% off Sisson's Ceiling White, Easy Clean, and Sisson's Aquaflow paints. Plus, every Sisson's purchase is an entry to win the grand prize of a 65-inch TV. Just scan the QR code, attach a picture of your receipt, and you are entered to win. Promotion runs October 1st to December 20th, 2025. Sisson's, good looks that last.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Cassia Johnson at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Cassia.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, 4th December 2025. Currently at the airport, conditions are cloudy with showers. Winds are from the southeast at 13 miles per hour. Pressure 1012.4 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature 26.0 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 89%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 26.2 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 25.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was 8.8 millimeters of rainfall at the airport, which brings the total for the month to 16.9 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be mostly cloudy and windy with light to moderate showers, which may be heavy at times, and possible isolated thunderstorms. Improvement during the evening. Possible flooding during heavy rainfall spells. Today's maximum temperature 29.0 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeast easterly swells. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides are currently falling and will be low at 8 a.m., high at 2 p.m. Sunset today 5:41, sunrise tomorrow 6:15. Again, the weather is expected to be mostly cloudy and windy with light to moderate showers, which may be heavy at times, and possible isolated thunderstorms. Improvement during the evening. Possible flooding during heavy rainfall spells, and a marine advisory remains in effect. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Cassia, just before your runoff, yesterday's weather almost stopped the GBSS Mini Olympics from taking place so that Tariq Pierre couldn't win his 1500 meters, and we're seeing a continuation of that sort of weather. What's the weather? What's causing that? Is there a trough or something?
Yes, there was a low-level trough that affected us yesterday, and we have some lingering moisture in the area for today.
But it most likely will clear up for the weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Keep praying.
All right.
All right, folks. That was the weather report, and it came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Grenada Get Ready. GBN, the Ministry of Education, and the Division of Culture proudly presents Christmas Harmony 1.0, the inaugural primary school carol singing competition. Join us on Friday, December the 5th at 1 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Magical voices, festive spirit, and exciting competition await. Tickets, adults $10, children $5. Christmas Harmony 1.0. No better place to be. Be there.
Relatively late completion of the newscast this morning, but nonetheless, to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister warns social media poses threat to society. Sir Archibald Ned Memorial Lecture set for next Tuesday. In the region, Jamaica Hurricane Recovery Coalition launches. Internationally, U.S. pauses green card applications for 19 countries. In sports, questions over Dr. Shallow's future as CWI by President. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, the 4th day of December. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. As we say goodbye to Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM, we look forward to a future engagement. Goodbye, everybody.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
It's the happiest time of the year. With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you Nexa is here. It's the happier holiday time of the year.
Dreams come alive with Nexa Credit Union's Happier Holiday Loan. Get up to $50,000 for gifts, home makeovers, travel, and more. With easy payments, affordable rates, and quick approvals. This year is happier with mystery wrap giveaways online, Santa's Happier Holiday surprises in branches, and one lucky person will win the grand prize. A day pass for 3 at Sandals. And Nexa will donate up to $5,000 to a school of your choice. Visit our social media to vote as we make more than wishes come true.
It's the happier holiday time of the year.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads. Terms and conditions apply.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
School can win is because we have a lot of potential and a lot of good singing voices. I think my school will win the competition because we have a lot of talent. I think we can win this competition because we have a lot of great singers.
I think we can win this competition because we always try our best.
Grenada, get ready! GBN and the Ministry of Education presents Christmas Harmonies 1.0. The inaugural primary school choir singing competition, December 5th, 1 p.m. The Grenada Trade Center. 15 schools, magical voices, and fierce competition. Cheer for your favorites in categories like Overall Champion, Most Creative, Best Solo, and Best Group. Entrance adults $10, children $5. Don't miss the holiday magic. Christmas Harmony 1.0, where Grenada's brightest and youngest voices shine. Be there.
Megaforce Promotions, in proud collaboration with Ariza Credit Union and GBN, presents Grenada's biggest flea market at Monroe Plainfield, Saturday 21st and Sunday 22nd December, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Shop unbeatable deals on bed and curtain sets, appliances, household items, electrical and plumbing supplies, toys, Christmas decorations, clothing and shoes, perfumes and colognes, wines and drinks, and just about everything else. Plus a kids area, live entertainment, food and drink stalls. Want to be a vendor? Call 440-4646 to book your spot before they're all gone. Admission $5. 2 full days of deals and more deals. Shopping, fun and savings. Monroe's Plainfield Flea Market. Don't miss it.
All right, folks, it's 22 minutes after 7 o'clock, and this time I join Corporal Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Corporal Paul, good morning.
Good morning to you and also to your listeners, especially your drivers. And this morning, as of yesterday as well, it's a wet one. And drivers, we want to encourage you to drive cautiously along the nation's road. However, at this moment, the traffic in most of the areas, including our towns and all its adjoining road, it is rather light to medium traffic. There's not much traffic along the road at the moment, but definitely with see an increase getting up to the 8 o'clock hour. We know what happens when rain falls, persons tend to linger in bed just a little, but we want to let persons know that when you linger, the more you linger in bed, the more you stay in traffic when it gets to the 8 o'clock hour. So we want to advise persons, if you're listening to the sound of my voice and you have not left home as yet, please do so to avoid that rush as we get closer to the busy traffic morning rush hour. But we want to encourage drivers as it relates to being safe on the road when in wet conditions. The accident state for the past 24 hours, we had a total of 9 minor accidents. 9 minor accidents reporting for the past 24 hours. So we still want to encourage drivers as it relates to their safety. So traffic headquarters, we had 3 minors, Grenville 1, Union Police Station District, we had 1 minor. South St. George, one of the busiest policing area, we had 3 in that area. And St. David's Police Station, we had 1 minor accident reporting, gives us a total of 9. Yesterday, we saw a total of 13 minor accidents reported for the previous year ahead, and that, in a sense, as we said, would normally be alarming again. Within the December month, we know that it's the busiest period of the traffic season, and we want to again appeal to drivers. There will be increased patrols along the road to ensure road safety is at its pinnacle. And when we see the officers out there and they stop you, please comply. We're only trying to ensure the safety along the road for persons who take the opportune time to drive without driver's license or insurance or unlicensed or whatever offense that they choose to breach at this particular time. So when you see police out there, we're doing our due diligence to ensure that our roads remain safe. And as it relates to safety along the road in driving in wet conditions, when we appeal to persons to make sure that the tires are well tires are well groomed. It is not by chance. It is for in conditions like these when outside is wet and our roads seem to be a bit slippery and a bit with all different debris and so forth, we want to ensure your safety. So if you're driving in wet conditions, we advise that you first make sure that your tires are in a good condition. Then you're driving along the road, make sure you keep a safe distance. Try not to drive too fast because we know that the rain will be splashing on your windscreen, and definitely your wiper will have to help vision your path to wherever that you want to go. So make sure that you have good wipers as well, and you drive cautiously because there may be a little oil spill, there may be whatever debris along the road, even potholes that you may not be able to see at the time. So we want to encourage you to drive safely, cautiously along the road. And for the persons who have not left home as yet, I told you that if you do not, you will definitely be late this morning, and we want to avoid some of the rush that we do see or observe along most of the nation's road at the time. And we want persons to comply with the indiscretionate parking. We still have that challenge with drivers that they still tend to take the risk or chances to park. But however, we assure you that you will definitely be either ticketed, clamped, or towed at your own risk. And persons, as I said, please try to avoid those rush this morning, and if you have not left home, you'll definitely be late. And we want to ensure safety for all. And the question we definitely ask this morning, which we ask almost every morning, if you are texting,
then who's driving? Who is driving if you're texting? Thank you very much, Corporal Paul, for that comprehensive report on this rainy, soggy little Thursday morning. Thanks again.
Thank you. Welcome.
All right, folks, that was the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break and we come back and commence the conversation for this morning. It's 27 minutes after 7 o'clock.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansipine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
This holiday season, let the Monica Benoit Wonderland of Lights lead the way to Christmas at the Point. Starting November 30th, the Quarantine Point Recreational Park transforms into a glowing wonderland with dazzling light displays that are the true showstoppers of the season. Take a magical tuk-tuk tunnel ride through twinkling arches. Explore Santa's grotto, cozy up with a picnic blanket under the stars, and savor delicious eats from local vendors. Entry is just $5 for walk-ins, $10 per carload, and $20 for premium carload parking. Plus, grab a cozy picnic blanket for only $40 and enjoy the season in style. Special pricing applies for New Year's Eve. Visit our Instagram or Facebook pages at Rotary Club of Grenada Events for more details. It's holiday fun for the entire family every night from 5 p.m. till midnight, and it all supports the charitable work of the Rotary Club of Grenada. Christmas at the Point. When the sun sets, the wonder begins. Mark your calendars. It all begins November 30th.
Grenada Get Ready. GBN, the Ministry of Education, and the Division of Culture proudly presents Christmas Harmony 1.0, the inaugural primary school carol singing competition. Join us on Friday, December the 5th at 1 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Magical voices, festive spirit, and exciting competition await. Tickets, adults $10, children $5. Christmas Harmony 1.0. No better place to be. Be there.
Welcome, viewers and listeners, to the conversation this morning. And this morning I'm joined by the Chief Cultural Officer, Mr. Kelvin Jacob, my dear friend. And to my immediate right is Dr. Angus Martin, historian and all that and so much more. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the studio. We're here to talk about the Come On Folk Festival. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent, and good morning, Grenada.
Okay. When both of you all answered together, I got a sort of harmony there that I felt real nice, you know. Yeah, it sounded like when the Bajans were doing the ring bang music, they have some male voices doing the background. Yeah, that was nice. How are you all? I see you all cloak up. Are you feeling cold, Calvin?
The weather, yes, it's a lot of rain.
What's wrong?
A lot of rain. Good rain though.
Whenever Kelvin, you travel a lot as well, and Dr. Martin as well. You lived out north. When I hear people in Grenada saying, "Oh, it's cold," I'm like, "Oh, I'm with these people." Have you been to Winnipeg?
Well, it's cool for Grenada.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, the AC is part of me.
Yeah, I never saw more hoodies than yesterday.
Yeah,
everybody was just cloaked up.
Yeah, that's it. But nonetheless, folks, how is the Come On Folk Festival coming aboard?
Preparations are going well for the festival. Right now, we are working on the venue, building the venue. It's going to be a venue with a difference this year, maybe first seen in a Come On Folk Festival. I'm pretty excited about it, and I think the passers-by in St. Patrick looking at the setup, they're pretty excited about it. The artists that will be performing over the various nights, they are preparing as well. Together with the artisans, the manufacturers and so on, working along with the Ministry of Trade, they are getting their products ready for the buy local part of the festival as well, which will be on this Saturday. So all in all, things are going pretty good for the festival. We are just hoping now for good weather.
Well, weather, in speaking with the Met Office this morning, the inclemency of the weather that we're faced with now is just a low-level trough that's passing through the area, and it has some residue low clouds. So, but what exactly is the Come On Folk Festival all about? Where did this originate from?
Well, the festival...
It sounds historic.
Yes, well, it is historic. It is historic, and it's synonymous to St. Patrick. Yeah, it started off as a means of bringing out St. Patrick, showing the history of St. Patrick, the heritage of St. Patrick, and also giving bringing more visibility to the parish in terms of what it has for Grenada, in terms of the culture, the history, and the traditions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the note that you ended on is where Dr. Martin steps in, because he's the historian. Tell us, Dr. Martin, tell us about St. Patrick.
Well, St. Patrick is known as the history parish.
I always tell people that there's something unique about St. Patrick. They talk differently, they act differently, they even love differently.
So I wouldn't know about, but
yeah, no. Well, I'm telling you, they love differently. You know, right. I sometimes I'm tempted to believe that a different breed of slaves went to St. Patrick than to other parts of Grenada. Am I wrong in thinking so?
I'm not sure I can corroborate that one.
Yeah, okay.
But what I could say is I think because we have one of the earliest interactions with indigenous people and Europeans, that it seems to be the beginning. Like I described Leapers Hill, Sotes as our beginning Mitscape, the beginning story of Grenada, what happened on Leapers Hill, which I now describe as more of a push than a jump. So that's one of the things that we'll be looking at the Folk Festival. We have some kids. Ms. Lisa Alexander is working with them to actually reenact what we believe is a more accurate story of what happened at Leapers Hill on the night of the 29th of May back in 1650. So we're going to take a look at that, and the kids are going to perform that throughout the evening on Friday to tell us, update us on what we believe that story is, a more accurate presentation of that.
You know, you used that word corroborate earlier, and this statement you just made corroborated something that I schooled at McDonald College.
Okay.
And my first visit to Leapers Hill, I said, no man in jumping out of here, they push them. Those were my words.
Right. Well, it was an ambush. It was a massacre, basically. It was an evening event. They were hanging out on Leapers Hill, and with the site that we commemorate is not the correct site.
Okay.
So that's another story. So what people are unaware of, it happened behind the Catholic Church, but what people are unaware of is that there actually was another Catholic church on the hill, but it was where the Anglican Church was. The Anglicans took over all the Catholic churches, even in St. George's, where the Anglican Church is, that used to be a Catholic church. During the fight between the French and the British, that went on, and the churches were taken over. So that happened at Sotes as well.
Could you imagine that, Kelvin? I really just walked.
Yes. Basically, the French and the British have no love for each other.
Yeah.
It goes back a long time, and we saw it played out in Grenada, and it played out when the British took over. They proposed to the English to the French that we could use the churches along with you, and the French like no, and they're like, okay, we'll take it. And that's what happened in Sotes. So the incident is recorded as having happened close to the Catholic Church, which would have been where the Anglican Church is, behind the primary school. So that cliff, which is a very different cliff from the one up at the current Catholic Church.
Hold on. Rearrange my ignorance here properly. So where should actually be Lippers Hill is where the Anglican Church is, by the police station up there.
And by the primary school, the Anglican primary school.
Some misrepresentation of the truth.
Well, sometimes we have evidence, and we have an update of that evidence. But I think it was just people were just unaware. When we knew that it took place behind the church, the Catholic Church. So when we went looking for it, the first people that came up with it kind of went to the wrong church because they were unaware that this other church was there before, and that was hundreds of years ago. It was this because the Anglican Church was built, the new one was built in the early 1800s, and it was built. The Catholic Church that was there was destroyed during Fedon's Rebellion. So it has a lot of history in these. Okay. In these places.
That has to be a you see what we just started there? That has to be a continuous, prolonged conversation, right? A sort of series bringing Grenadians abreast with our history, But back to the Cameron Festival. What sort of interests are the people from St. Patrick showing towards the Cameron Festival?
Well, we have a committee on the ground in St. Patrick working in the festival, and it's not the first time they've been doing that. They had the festival 2 years ago. It's a biannual festival, and they are working along with the business community there. We are pulling the vendors from out there. We are looking at the people who normally do the Saraka up there, so we're going to have a Saraka part of the festival as well. Yeah, so they are basically working on that, and I think the business community as well, they're on board. So one of the proposals that we had was for the business community to have extended opening hours during the time of the festival and actually offer some form of discounts for people who are going to come and buy, because we want the festival to be one that brings people outside of St. Patrick into St. Patrick to support the business community there as well.
Okay. All right, that's awesome. So what must happen during the festival that when you're doing the postmortem of the festival, you say, yes, it was successful, or no, it wasn't?
Well, we basically want to make sure that the people come out and they support the festival. So when we're looking for crowd participation, we are looking to see that the business people actually make a profit out of the event, because it's a free event, and it's created so that the local manufacturers can come out as well and sell some of their products. Okay, so the rum punch, your punch of cream, and all of the things that you would make normally for Christmas, you can come out there and sell these things through the Ministry of Trade. So the Ministry of Trade or the Division of Trade, they're collaborating on that one. All right, so they have local manufacturers in St. Patrick and maybe in the environs as well that will be there throughout the day on Saturday to display and sell these products.
So the sellers, are you looking for sellers primarily from St. Patrick?
Well, that was initially what we want. We're giving these people first preference, but obviously if we cannot get enough of them, we will take from the pool that the Ministry of Trade has in their database.
Yeah, because you talk about puncha cream there, and one puncha cream comes to mind, Sweet Surprise puncha cream. That's the best in the world. You know, so Mr. and Mrs. McQueen, you know, you all have to make the requisite application and get up in St. Patrick.
Well, I'm sure they're on the list with the Division of Trade.
Okay, yeah, definitely. All right.
So on Friday, so the festival kicks off on Friday.
But where the actual venue?
Sutter's Bus Terminal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Sutter's Bus Terminal, and it kicks off on Friday from 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. on Friday, we're going to be having the opening ceremony, and we start with the opening ceremony. More or less starts with the flambeau match coming from McDonald College down to the bus terminus, and we are looking at the participation from the schools in St. Patrick, and that would be led by the Tivoli drummers. Okay, so they will be coming on with the flambeau match and so on, and then we would have the speeches and so on in the bus terminus, opening the ceremony, followed by the theater aspect of the show. So Friday is more or less focused on theater. So the reenactment, you're going to see that to kind of dispel some of the mistruth that we learned already about the Leapers Hill. And we will see a feature presentation again on the theme for Camahan, because the theme for Camahan is Echoes of Camahan, Deep Roots, Strong Heritage, Bright Future. All right. So we have a production that centers around the theme and talking again about the history of St. Patrick. And we have Lion Pride Percussion is going to be performing. We have the Rastafarians. They will be doing a performance as well on that opening night. Saturday is the big day. All right, it's a long day. It starts from 6 a.m. and we go up until 10 p.m. So at 6 a.m. we start with breakfast. So you can come out and get your local breakfast from the vendors. Then during that time we'll also be preparing for the Saraka. So you can actually get an insight into the whole preparation of the Saraka. That would go all up until in the evening time, well, basically until the food is done. And it's Saraka, so you're not paying for the food, it's free food. All right, so if you want to...
Would it be served on Blogger Leaf and everything?
I don't think it will be served on Blogger Leaf. I think they would serve it in plates.
Then it's not Saraka.
Then it's not Saraka. Right.
So it's a makeshift.
I know what you mean in terms of the tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would happen as well. And then we also have the market day. So the market is always there. So we encourage more farmers and more market vendors to come out and sell their products there. And it also incorporates with the buy local festival, the buy local aspect of the festival. So that's where you're going to find the soft manufacturers and so on coming out and selling their products from 9 a.m. up until the night time when everything is finished. We could also have the police band as a feature on that day to provide some form of entertainment. And then later on we have traditional games. So you can come and relive your childhood, play the moral and the hopscotch and the marble and so on. And this will be led by some of the children from the schools in St. Patrick again. But it is open for everyone to come in and join. So they would basically be leading it, and we expect everybody to come in and join, and the older folks come in and relive your childhood. And especially for people who are going to be here for the holiday season, if you have your kids with you may want to let your kids see what this was all about, because some of them don't have that experience. They must have read about it, they heard about it through their parents and grandparents, but they could actually come and experience it that time. We would also have our traditional masquerade parading during the afternoon as well, and then we're going to close off the evening with calypso, reggae and a soca show on Saturday. So it's a very packed day. Oh, one more thing, we would have some other activities on the beach. We'd have like the fish roast, staying on the beach and all these things, cricket on the beach, and
wow.
Yes, so it's a long day. It's a long day, it's a fun day, it's a family day. So Saturday is more or less the family day to come out and enjoy the Saraka.
So the event is spanning 2 days, Friday and Saturday?
Actually 3 days.
Sunday
3 days, yeah. So it's Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is more or less folk day. Yeah, well, let's say folk evening. So it starts at 5 p.m. On Sunday it starts at 5 and we go up until about 10. So we are going to be having the Carrico Culture Train. We are going to be having the National Performing Company, Lion Pride Percussions. We're going to be having a mass movement again by the students from St. Patrick. We're going to have video dancers, dynamic olives dancers, and also the school folk choirs from St. Patrick will be performing on that night as well.
Nice.
So it's a packed weekend of activities all the roads lead to St. Patrick on Friday, Saturday and Sunday this weekend.
Do you think you'll have parking space?
Well, yes, there's parking space. We walk along with the police, and they have created parking, and they're going to be diverting the traffic.
Yeah, because
and so on.
From what I do know, I mean, in terms of historic displays, St. Patrick's got it. You agree with me?
Yeah, no, I think St. Patrick's, there's lots of things to explore. I think if we had more time, we could have explored that a lot of indentured Africans went to St. Patrick, places like Shantimel, Montrich, River Sally, and all of those places. So there's that whole other history that we can explore at another time, maybe next Kamahon. That's some of the things that we could look at. So there's a lot of stuff. Some of the traditional masquerades, again, have their origin in St. Patrick's.
I want to challenge the Ministry of Culture through you, that I am certain that each and every single parish in Grenada has its own sort of unique history.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we keep talking about our children and knowing about Francis Drake and Christopher Columbus and those guys, right? But I really think that if every parish we can resensitize this national history.
For sure. I do think that we have an opportunity. I think one of the things that we can look at is that each parish should have its own little museum, cultural center, where you can emphasize that. So when a visitor goes to St. Patrick or Sotez or wherever it is, they can explore that. The same thing could be Grenville, Guelph, so that you get to see the specifics of these communities, the individuals who have built these communities and who have created a lot of these unique elements.
Because right where I was born and grew up in the Pearls area, right alongside the Pearls Airport, there's this hill there where the military camp was, the PRA camp called the Kaye. And as children, we would go there and dig and get the carved stones, and when the tourists come, we sell it for a little $5. And I think it was you that told me.
That's illegal.
Yeah, but I think I'm wondering if it wasn't you that told me that something that came from Pearls was you found it on Amazon or something.
Yes, not on Amazon, on eBay.
eBay, yeah.
So yes, we have to. It should not be sold because it's Grenada's patrimony.
Okay.
But if we have a museum there, then people would be able to come and see all this stuff and be able to appreciate, that long history that Grenada has. That didn't just begin with slavery, but actually goes
way
beyond back. Yes, longer than the time that we've been living on Grenada, kind of thing.
Well, I challenge you guys to as part of the transformative journey and agenda, let's just spread it throughout the parishes.
Angus is on board with us at the ministry now, so challenge him on that one.
I like to talk Jamaican. Big things are going. Big things are going, man. Yeah.
And while we were preparing for the Come On Folk Festival as well, Angus was the one who actually pointed us towards that the actual spelling of Come On is inaccurate. So, and you want to say something about that as well?
Right.
Spell it for us.
It's CAMAHOGNE. We used to spell it ER because we just came up with that spelling. It's a very recent spelling. But the original stuff that we go back to is one of the French missionaries who wrote about the early Caribbean, and he actually provided two spellings, CAMAHOGNE, and the other one he dropped the H because that was what he interpreted as the indigenous people in communicating with him. CAMAHOGNE, Kamahon, with there's an accent. I think it's the Grav accent on the second A.
Wow.
Yeah. So those are things that we're looking in the process of correcting. Leapers Hill, and I think when we look at Leapers Hill, we should really think of it as a site of conscience. Where this incident happened, and we need to look at that incident. Look at the monument we have. The possibility of adding a new monument
in the right spot.
That corrects the information because the information on the current monument is incorrect as well.
And something I think that could be incorporated as well. Maybe annually, you visit the right site and do something there.
Right. One of the things we actually have been
in the pipeline.
We have been in conversation with the Kalinago in Dominica, and that they, as representative of some of the few Kalinago that remain in the region, can come and help us honor that site, and the possibility the Ministry of Culture is looking into the idea of a new monument.
That again I appreciate that very much because it shows that we have what it takes in the Caribbean to be self-sufficient, and we don't necessarily need to go so far up north. Gentlemen, thank you. Is there anything you thought we left out?
Well, no, I think we spoke on everything. We just want to appeal to the general public and also the people in the hotel industry, so the taxi drivers, the tour operators, and so on. Bring your guests up to the Camahan Folk Festival this weekend. Friday evening, Saturday is a nice day to bring them to experience this Saraka and local culture, the ring games and all of these things, and even take part in the show in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah. And come and enjoy Sotes.
And come and enjoy Sotes. Take a little walk around Sotes and see what the historic parish is all about.
If you're feeling adventurous enough, walk down Mount Craven, Mount Rodney, Alexander, all those places.
That's right.
See if you could reach as far as Davy.
Take a dip in the water.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gentlemen, thank you very much, and we look forward to a great success come Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
And we look forward to getting this project initiated in the other parishes.
Absolutely.
Let's revive our historic roots.
For sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for the first segment of the conversation. Up next, I talk with the folks from the Kelon Baptiste Foundation. We'll be back right after these messages.
Brendan, why does Corp Bank keep requesting my personal details?
At Corp Bank, your security and convenience means the world to us. That is why we are encouraging you to keep your personal details like phone numbers and email addresses up to date. Imagine not getting important alerts and notifications right when you need them, like the authentication code when you're in the middle of an online order, or the banking alerts that let you know the payment you have been waiting for has arrived. But what if we need to notify you about an unusual transaction on your account? Just like you will update your address and phone number to get a package, it is important to do this with your bank as well. Updating your information is easy. Here are the ways you can: using the secure messaging feature on the banking platform, or visiting the retail banking unit most convenient to you. Remember, we will never ask you for your login credentials, user ID, PINs, or passwords. Let's work together to keep banking swift, simple, and secure.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The investment migration agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Grenada Get Ready. GBN, the Ministry of Education, and the Division of Culture proudly presents Christmas Harmony 1.0, the inaugural primary school carol singing competition. Join us on Friday, December the 5th at 1 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Magical voices, festive spirit, and exciting competition await. Tickets, adults $10, children $5. Christmas Harmony 1.0. No better place to be. Be there.
This holiday season, let the Monica Benoit Wonderland of Lights lead the way to Christmas at the Point. Starting November 30th, the Quarantine Point Recreational Park transforms into a glowing wonderland with dazzling light displays that are the true showstoppers of the season. Take a magical tuk-tuk tunnel ride through twinkling arches. Explore Santa's grotto, cozy up with a picnic blanket under the stars, and savor delicious eats from local vendors. Entry is just $5 for walk-ins, $10 per carload, and $20 for premium carload parking. Plus, grab a cozy picnic blanket for only $40 and enjoy the season in style. Special pricing applies for New Year's Eve. Visit our Instagram or Facebook pages at Rotary Club of Grenada Events for more details. It's holiday fun for the entire family every night from 5 p.m. till midnight, and it all supports the charitable work of the Rotary Club of Grenada. Christmas at the Point. When the sun sets, the wonder begins. Mark your calendars. It all begins November 30th.
Grenada! Get ready to celebrate culture, creativity, and community. It's the Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival happening on Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th at the Sotes Bus Terminal in St. Patrick. Friday, December 5th will be the opening night with prayers and worship. Then feel the rhythm ride with theater performances. On Saturday, December 6th, it's Market Day and cultural celebration in Sotes. Come celebrate our roots with Asaraka. Sunday, December 7th, it's the grand finale. Folk celebration. We close the festival with pure culture, the rich traditions that makes us who we are. So mark your calendars. Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th. Sotes Bus Terminal, Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival. This event is brought to you by Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture
In partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development.
Welcome back to the conversation. 1 minute on to 8 o'clock, so you know we're omitting the BBC this morning. And this morning I'm joined again by two goodly gentlemen. To my extreme right is my good old friend, Mr. Paul Pablo McIntyre, and Mr. Baptiste.
Thank you.
Mr. Baptiste from the Baptiste Foundation. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Pleasant good morning.
Yeah. Okay, Pablo is basketball.
Yes. I am both
basketball and football.
And football, yes.
We have this big session that we have every year. I think this is the 7th annual.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, this is one of our signature events, the 7th annual Baptiste Memorial Football Match, happening at the Monroe's playing field this Saturday. So this year we have leveled up. This year we are welcoming two influential women in sports. We have
Serena Williams and who?
I can get her next year.
Okay, all right.
So we have the Dominica first Olympic gold medalist, which is Tia Lafon. She's coming as our main guest. And then you also have Dr. Carla Flagg, who works with the Washington Mystics of the WNBA. So this is two women in sports who influence a lot of the young people in sports and help them to grow and develop and so forth. So we're happy to have her on the island.
I'm glad you mentioned that. What is the real intent behind bringing these people?
Well, to motivate the athletes, we're going to have, both of them going to have an engagement session with the athletes on the island, talk to the young female basketball players. Hopefully the character actors can come along and listen to Tia talk about her journey to Olympic gold. Because her journey is amazing, from injury to winning Olympic gold is very inspiring to me. So got to have her on the island.
Pablo, welcome. Long time no see. Well, we met in a kind of setting last Tuesday in
a very sad setting.
Yeah, in Pang's funeral. But how are you? How are you doing?
Well, my brother, I am giving God thanks for everything He has been providing and doing for us, for me, and I just continue to share that wonderfulness He's been doing for me.
I like that phrase, wonderfulness.
Yes,
I like that. Yeah.
And He has given me the ability to work with young people, and I am doing that to the fullest of my potential.
Okay. Yes. In the funeral, I'm not going to relive the funeral because it's not very pleasant, but you spoke a lot about your involvement and your work throughout the years with the young people, not only in the Grandlands area, but basically throughout St. George to an extent.
Well, not only St. George, the entire Grenada. I did a lot of work here. Well, I worked in Grenville. The only parish I didn't do a lot of any major basketball development program was St. John's, because Naka Joseph had a nice little program going there.
Say hello to him. He's always onto the program.
Yes. Naka, please, good morning. Yes. You know, he did an excellent job. He managed his parish pretty well in basketball. But I did some work in Victoria. I did in Sauters. I remember I was in Grenville when I represented the Club Championship in Grenada, so I worked with the Grenville team, with Triggs and Braggart and all these guys, you know. So I did, and then St. David's up to today, a lot of the players are playing with me from St. David's, so I'm kind of holistic.
Okay. All right. And your involvement with the Kellon Baptiste Foundation?
Well, my main involvement is being a technical advisor to the in line mainly in this area of basketball. And if you remember, just 5 days ago, we concluded the U23 basketball championship sponsored by Minister Williams. A wonderful championship. I mean,
morning, Andy.
A wonderful championship, and we just, people are still talking about the level. You had excellent performance from St. Mark's and St. George's, that's Grandlands. And Grandlands is now still the mecca of basketball on the island. And but we can see growth taking place in all the other parishes, which was good. We were able to bring back St. Patrick's, who have been out of basketball for many, many years. They were represented this year. They did came to the bottom of the table, but we expected that because of their stat. You know, they have not been great involvement, but we're happy to see what is happening, and I'm sure next championship we will have better performance coming from all the teams around the island.
Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. I know how passionate you are about this because every year you make it your duty to come sit with me to talk about, you know, either your involvement in getting guys into scholarships and placements and so forth. How important you think initiatives like yours, the foundation, can have a multiplier effect throughout Grenada and sort of transform the youthful minds of Grenada? How is that possible?
Well, it's very important because we have to start operating at a higher standard, right? At the next level phase. We can't be doing things we've been doing 20 years ago. And with that, you have to have competitions, you have to have people coming and talking to these athletes, right? Giving them a platform to perform, right? If you can have these stuff in place, then we have a place where athletes getting properly trained, and you have to involve development, right? Our foundation, the key word of the foundation is training and development. We get these two things working together, athletes will get scholarship. So when we have Coach Pablo commissioning Grandlands, we have our memorial football match, we have an annual camp. These are all avenues for athletes to come out and display their skills and be seen and get scholarships. So we have to keep that going.
If I'm not mistaken, and one of your previous appearances here on the program, you had a foreign gentleman with you that I think you were scouting.
Yes, that was Coach Brendan Bain.
Right.
He's a local, but he teaches in New York. He's a coach in New York. Yeah, top coach in New York actually.
Okay, basketball.
Yeah,
coach, I remember this gentleman. You've also been scouting and getting scholarships for youngsters. How has that been?
That's been going very well. Every year we try to get at least one person every year out on a scholarship. I don't know if you're aware that two of our athletes right now are performing at a very high level right now. In particular, Enel St. Bernard. I know Grenadians saw that he made ESPN top 5 play His first game at Indiana State, so it's the first time we have a Grenadian.
So it's actually in NBA?
No, he's in college. He's in college right now, right? He's at Indiana State, and it's the first time we have seen any Grenadian in basketball get to the ESPN Sports Center level. This is good for us, right? We are being displayed in all different states on the map. Wherever he goes, he carries the flag. He's playing in Texas, he's playing in Florida, he plays wherever he plays, the flag is with him. So people are getting to understand that there is talent in Grenada. We just need to harness the talent and get it out there.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's and Akine right there. Akine had an amazing game last night. I have to give him a call and really, praise him, and he's here. Yeah. He stamped authority last night. So happy about that.
Wow. So it's safe to say that the Kellon Baptist Foundation is really making its mark in harnessing the best of the best, creme de la creme.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We have to do that because these kids are looking for a way to pursue their dreams, pursue their goals. And if we don't provide a platform for these kids, they're just going to fall on the wayside. We want to bridge that gap between talent and opportunity, right? We have seen a lot of talent in Grenada both ways. That has to stop, and we are here to bridge that gap. Yeah.
I'm happy that you've done that. Pablo, through your years of involvement with young people, I remember not so many years ago there was this proliferation of gangs, real active, although in the true sense of the word gangs, Grenada didn't really have gangs. We had some misguided youths, that got into violent confrontation. But in the true essence of gangs, I don't think we had gangs. When you listen to the gangs from Trinidad and the gangs from Barbados, and when you're in Barbados and you hear about the gangs from Dondo Lane and those places and so forth. But in your involvement with the youth throughout the years, how much of a transforming impact sports, whatever discipline, sports in general, whatever discipline, I know you specialize in basketball, but a sportsman is a sportsman. You have appreciation for sports. Yes. All right? How much of an impact do you think it has in transforming youthful energies from a negative trend to a more positive, productive trend? How important is that?
Well, I think that you hit the nail. You answer the question. You answer the question with the question you asked. Because
I have a bad habit of doing that.
Because when I look at, let's take same Alistair Pang. They were in this same misguided group of thing. And all that these kids were looking for is leadership. Somebody to help them. They were crying out in their voices, in their action, for help. And we ignore them,
And the TV culture got into their heads.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, because if you notice, a group of politicians came and said, let's put this behind our back, and everything was resolved instantaneously. There was no bitterness and these sorts of things like that. But what I saw in what sports did, even took Alistair, the same Alistair, the late Alistair Pang, he focused on basketball development. He was one of the best. 2 weeks before he passed, he came to the court while I was coaching my players, and he said to them, "How do you call this man?" Some say Pablo, some say... He said, "No, everybody have to say coach." And then he went on to say, "Guys, did you learn this play? This is not the way you do the defense." He well learned, and he was able to come and share that with the kids.
Even if he was
branded, he was branded as a bad boy. Yes. But there are lots of things people don't understand. If you out here drinking alcohol is going to be drunk. But if you're here and it's a Bible study is going to be the dominant aspect. So when you look at the different environment, Pang was able to share within it and contribute positively, and I always keep, because to me, just in my mind, I don't feel he's a dead person. That is the kind of person he was.
Him alive in
exactly.
Him.
And I think we did an excellent job. We did not get involved in the groups. What we did is try to get the minds of these athletes to move away from this kind of negative approach to many people call me and said, why you have this guy on your team? I said, because I want him to focus on basketball. Some people went as far as, you have to discipline these fellas, throw them off your team. Well, if I throw them off the team,
where they get the discipline
from? Exactly, where are they going to be? You know? So I have a different approach to people in the light of how people behave, because what I may use, the method I may use to help you to change may not be the same method I would use to deal with Kyron.
People are individuals.
Exactly. And people see things differently. So my whole concept here is close relationship. That is most important. Listen, one of my strong parts of my play with me is cooking. I mean, you ate from me and you ate from me, right? So that was one of my strong things, cooking. And when players come, and everyone talk, you eat from Pablo, you eat Pablo food, and anybody come and eat once, want to eat every Sunday. You know that kind. So my kitchen delivery is growing.
That was before I started cooking for myself.
You see, and that's why go ahead.
But you see, something has to attract the kids. And when you attract, so Eric taught me that. He called it personal magnetism. He said, listen, you play the pan, you see somebody looking there, seems to be interested, you draw them, you teach them to play pan, and then you empower them to go out there and teach others. Exactly. And that is the approach I use with basketball. So I got people like same Alistair to stick with me, feed me with information, and he also got guidance from me in the light, do not do this. This is not the best thing to do. And that was personalized.
Right.
So that's it.
See, and that's why this year at Kellon's match, we have a youth component once again, right? Okay. We have on the 15th game between Just Sports Academy versus Queen's Park Rangers on the 15th team. Because you want to keep that youth game in perspective where the guys are engaged. They can come out and play. Get development, right, and get to the next level. We have the club game, which is the Grandma Generals. They won last year, so they are back this year to defend the title against Just Brand St. Andrews. And then we have, of course, the featured match, which is Kellon Select 11 versus
St. David's
FC. St. David's is a structured club. We love playing against organized clubs, and we believe that St. David's is one of the clubs in Grenada that have a good structure. So I mean, it would be excitement, right?
I wish this foundation and the work that it's doing can be used as a sort of prototype to go through the different parishes and maybe identify people like yourself, like-minded people, to kind of stir up that sort of energies and give it a little time, not much, a little time and resources, because to maintain these things need financial resources and other resources. And in a short space of time, watch the transformation of the parishes and the villages by extension.
Well, I'll tell you one of the things that you talk about that. We had a meeting last year with Minister Delma Thomas, and when we started to talk, she just said, oh my God, this is what we are doing. This is our plan. Exactly what you said. We want to ensure that we bring back to communities competition, development among the youths, get the youths to focus on what is best for them. I think, and she endorsed the championship one time. She said, listen, I'm going to match this amount because her dream, her thoughts are in the same level as what we were thinking about.
And also I want to thank the sponsors who are on board every year.
Please highlight them.
Yes, we have Pure Grenada, Grenada Tourism Authority, big sponsor. We have Ministry of Youth and Sports, once again, P.S. Frederick and Honorable Delma Thomas. We have Silver Sands, who will be hosting our two special guests. We have Korea Cooperative Bank also, and then we have one of our main sponsors, which is Green Bottling Company. They have been with us from day one. Whenever there is need, They come through for us every time. Yeah.
So don't forget True Blue Bay, right?
Right, and we also have True Blue Bay also to resort who hosted another one for, I guess, from Trinidad, from UE. So the sponsors are seeing the work that we are doing in the community, and they're on board with us, which is very encouraging. Yeah.
I am certain that wherever Kellon is at this point, whichever part of the ionosphere that he is looking down, he's saying that is exactly what I intended to happen. I know he's proud of you, and your team.
And the team, yeah. I mean, Kellon has done a lot for Grenada in terms of development. Like I said, development is one of our key words for the foundation. So to see that we can continue the legacy and help other young players who he was coaching and developing get opportunities, I mean, it's a slam dunk for us. And that's what we want to do. Yeah, keep doing. Yeah. So our two guests, the goal is to talk to the athletes, inspire them, motivate them, talk about the journey to Olympic gold medals and the journey to the WNBA. These are two women who have set a pace where young girls can follow in the footsteps. So we want to talk to the athletes, right? Some schools are going to bring in the athletes to the Monroe's playing field so they can sit and talk to a one-on-one conversation, whatever they want, a given session, whatever they want. She will be available. They'll be available to talk to the athletes.
How long will they be here for?
They have a busy schedule, so come on Friday and they leave on Sunday because they have other commitments, back in the US.
Yeah, wow. It would have been very interesting to have. I would have liked to bring them up to St. David Lassa just to do a pep talk up there with my boys.
That would have been
and girls.
Yeah. Well, the GTA is giving them a tour. And part of the package is they give them a tour, so they get to see Grenada a little bit.
You can bring them down on Saturday. Bring your boys down, and they can.
Yeah. There you go.
Someone is trying to reach out to you. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. My question is, where is the Grenada with all of this?
The Grenada. Could you repeat yourself, please?
Where is the Grenada basketball association and all? I assume the basketball is responsible for the basketball.
Okay, all right. The connection is bad there, but the caller is questioning where is the Grenada Basketball Association and all of that.
Well, I let Coach answer, but this event is a Kellon Baptiste Memorial Football match.
Football, yeah, it's football.
But we also do basketball too.
Yes.
So I know Coach.
Well, put it this way: we are very aggressive, and we want the best. We don't want anybody to lose any time for the opportunities that confronts everybody. So we've put in place a system that is going to identify athletes at an early age and build them to the point where scholarships are. Kellon has very strong connection overseas, and we want to utilize those opportunities. You saw Nelson Bernard, you saw Akinde Redhead, you have Barnes, and we even look at other athletes like Michael Checkley, who got an opportunity again through some agents, local Grenadians who saw the opportunity there and provided it. And this is what we are not here to. And as a person asked, where is Grenada basketball? So I think we are part of the whole team, and we are just doing our part with what resources we have.
Not being the devil's advocate, but just for adventure question per se, is there really a Grenada National Basketball Association?
Oh yes, there is.
How effective is it? How is it doing?
I don't know if two things. I think they focus on different things. This is one of the things they are not strongly focusing on. So we are looking as if we are doing it but they have other things. They're looking at 3-on-3 championship, maybe going off to clinics from the Copaba, is it? You call that in the Panam Games.
But as it relates to what we refer to as grassroots basketball, are there any programs like that in place?
Nothing yet, but I hope they would have something very soon.
Yeah, it needs to happen soon because the athletes, that's where you start and that's where you develop, right? So Coach always mentioned about bringing basketball back to the primary school level, right? SEEK, right? It's called the
Seek and Development
Program.
Yeah,
right.
it was Seek
We
and
got to
Development.
get to the schools. We can't start with secondary schools or clubs. Right? It's a pipeline.
Yes,
it functions up to this, different areas. So I want to see. Okay, you see what football is doing with Mr. Marlon Green, GFA. When are we seeing football all over Grenada? Grassroots programs. That's what we need in basketball.
I want to
see
add,
basketball just take off.
I want to add, because even in the Ministry of MIT, one of the initiatives of the government is to refurbish as much courts as possible on island, and that is to give these kids the opportunity to have the platform to play. So that is going to happen a lot in this new budget. We are doing our program. I see Kevin Cox is doing a wonderful job, and we are seeing people like Brendan Bain. He came back under the Kellen Baptiste Foundation basketball program, and he's still working online with athletes. With the girls. With the girls. So with all of that happening, we expect to see development taking place in basketball.
There is hope.
There is hope. Not only Mark.
We keep we keep beating up on the young people. So I think it would be fair to beat up on them if we provide the alternative and they do not take it. But if all they have is the gadgets and the North American negative culture, the negative aspect of the North American culture, because there's some positives.
That's what it's shown.
All right. If we don't provide them with the alternative, and that's what they have, that's what they'll get. What you give is what
exactly.
Guy go, garbage in, garbage out. But if we provide them with the alternative and they choose not to take it, then we can brand them. Then it's fair to brand them. But let's provide them with the alternative. Gentlemen, I want to wish you all the best come Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday, and continue doing what you're doing, because I'm certain that you're seeing the fruits of your labor.
Absolutely, we want to encourage, the parents, supporters come out to this event. We want to have a big community spirit. Continue to carry on the legacy. Focus on the youth. Like I said, I keep saying youth. You got to focus on development. That's the only way we can move forward, right? So giving the kids, the opportunities, having the resources available to them, give them the right guidance, the more qualified coaches, right? You can't just put a coach and say, here's a coach, right? Because at the end of the day, a kid can decide if he's going to move on with the sport or if he's going to quit the sport based on leadership. So you got to have qualified coaches, to lead them. But we want to encourage Grenada to come out and support. Like I said, Olympic gold medalist Tia Lafon and WNBA Dr. Carla Flagg.
What time does the event start?
At 4:15.
It's an
open event. Open event as usual.
Okay.
Come out in your numbers. Monrouge playing field. They're gonna be alive and kicking. Coach does the commentary.
Yeah, he's good at that.
He does basketball. So I'm like, what you don't do?
I just want to say before we leave, I like the statement that Kyron made about parents' involvement. In my 43 years of coaching basketball, first time I got a call from parents who saw the competition and said, "Coach, we think our players deserve a nice party. So we as parents is going to put together a party." And that sends a strong message. Parents are getting involved. And I love that. That really brought goose pimples when I got that call. And when I related it to the players, they said, "Oh yeah, Mommy said that," that kind of thing like that. So it is all about the development, and it has to be holistic. We cannot leave parents out.
What charity begins at home?
Listen, during the competition, the U23 competition, you heard one parents was just making noise like crazy. They took me back to Paula and Heather when Paula and Heather going to support their kids in these athletics games. You were hearing Paula and Heather voice the loudest in the whole arena, and this is what we saw with parents participating in that competition.
Could you imagine if we have the multiplier effect of this happening in every village or every parish?
And every sport.
Every discipline.
It has to happen.
I mean, we're seeing it when athletics season is here. We're seeing parents. I know of my good friend Judd Cadet, when he was running in GSS, his mom would run along the track with him. She literally runs around the park with him. And we've seen that, so I think we already have it. We just need,
just harnessing it.
Before we go, I want to mention some of Kelon's teammates who we played in Kelon's match, right? Okay. Who have played year after year and committed. They're loyal. They knew Kelon very well and they want to keep supporting. We have Jerry Bascom. We have Ron Joseph, Ricky Curry Charles, Anthony Nixon Modest. These are all players who have played with Kelon at some point, whether it's on the club level or national team level. And every year they come back to say, I'm playing in the game this year. I'm playing. Brian Benjamin, one of Kelon's good friend. Okay. Nigel Gibbs will be there also, one of Kelon's good friend also. So these are guys who are really committed to this thing every year. So I'm happy. I'm thankful that they every year they ask the question, when is the match? When? Let's
they just want to know when. They don't care where.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care what's going on. Yeah. And the GFA, I appreciate GFA, takes precaution that Kelon's match is coming up. We're going to, make sure that there's no conflict with the games and Kelon's match. So I really appreciate GFA and the team for doing that every year. Yeah.
Gentlemen, again, for the last time this time, thank you very much, and I wish you all the successes that can be had at the event. Continue doing what you are doing as an organization, and continue pushing that Grenada's got it narrative.
Yes.
And in your hammock years, you'll look back and say, I was part and parcel of this developmental process.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Gordon, for giving us the opportunity.
Folks, that's the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be back with some great music after this. Don't you go anywhere.